Today I'm going to be walking through how to connect N8N to the Google suite of products. This is the perfect way for small businesses to be able to expand their operations without having to pay for all this bloated software out there. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I've got a very cool and special automation for you guys. So enough yapping and let's just dive into this thing. Alright, so right now I've booted up N8N, and as you can see, I've got 4 different nodes within the Google suite. I've also got a secret automation, so if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you how to set it up. So before we even begin, we're going to actually get out of N8N and we're going to head over to the Google Cloud Console. So this is a tool that's for developers, but we can also use it for our own purposes. So to start, we're going to head up here and click on Select a Project. We're going to click on New Project, and I'll go ahead and name this one N8N Test. Don't worry about the organization unless you want to be organized. I'm not an organized guy, so whatever. After we create our project, head over here to the notification section and we'll be able to select our project. So click on that. And now we go to the top left corner in the navigation menu and we're going to click on APIs and Services. All right, once we're there, head over to OAuth consent screen. So we have 2 options. We can use internal or external. With internal, you have to be paying for a Google workspace or have like a business that's associated with it. I don't because I'm cheap. So I'm going to click on external and then create. So we're going to name this N8N test configurations. Doesn't really matter what you name it. It's up to you. Oops, caps on, but whatever. And then go ahead and add in your own email. Don't worry about the app logo. Don't worry about the domain. And then for authorized domain, there is something we have to do. So once we click on there, we're going to go back to N8N. So from here, you're going to find the domain you're using to host N8N. I'm using render.com, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this, but it might be different for you. If you're using something like Vercel or maybe Google, you'll have a different domain up here. Additionally, if you're hosting from like a local server or something, you're also going to have a different one. So no worries, but just be aware. I'm going to go ahead and paste that in. And then for developer contact information, I'll put in my email. So that'll be realalexkarras@gmail.com. Click Save and Continue. Don't worry about anything here right now. We'll come back to it. So let's just click Save and Continue. And then we're going to click Add Users. So I'll put in my email address. And we'll click Add. So there we go. I'm the only one who's going to be able to access this. Click Save and Continue. Now let's head on over to Credentials. We're going to click Create Credentials, and we want to go with OAuth Client ID. From here, we'll do Web Application. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it here. And then for Authorized Redirect URI, every time you have one of these, you're going to head back over into N8N. We're going to click in here. We're going to create a new credential. And as you can see, we have the OAuth Redirect URL. So just copy this, paste it in, and that's it. We'll hit create. So notice now we have the client ID and we have the client secret. So we're going to copy this client ID, head back over into N8N, and paste that bad boy in. Let's head back, get our client secret, delete whatever the heck this is, paste it in, and we'll click Save. So before we sign in with Google, there's one other thing we have to do. All right, now we're getting to the fun stuff. So if we go back to N8N, the first one I want to try and work with is Google Sheets. So let's go back in here and type in Google Sheets. So we have the Google Sheets API. Go ahead and click on that. And we're going to click Enable. And now that we have that enabled, we're going to head back over to the OAuth consent screen, Edit App, Save and Continue. And we want to add or remove our scopes. So let's type in Google Sheets. There we go. And the scopes you want to use come down to your project, but the ones I'm going to use for this is to see, edit, create, and delete all my Google spreadsheets. So auth/spreadsheets. We're going to do read only. I'm going to allow it to see, edit, and create my Google Drive files because we're going to use that for later. See and download. And that's good enough for me, so we're going to click Update. So we'll head back over into N8N and we'll click Sign In with Google. So once we're there, this is the Google account I like to use. Continue. And select all, Continue. And now we're connected. So let's exit out of here. We're going to use a Google Sheets account right here, and then we'll do sheet within the document, append or update a row. So we'll go into document, and normally you'll have a list of everything, but if you get something like this, it's okay. It's just loading since we did activate a few security measures. So just give it like 5 minutes and it should pop up. So if we're feeling impatient, no worries. Let's go ahead and click on ID, and we'll head over to spreadsheet. And let's see. We need the ID of this spreadsheet. So that's here to here, right before edit. We'll copy that. Let's head back over to N8N, enter in that ID. So if you want to double check this, let's click this box right here. And as you can see, it's in. Exit out of here. And then from the sheet, we can do contact data. So as you can see at the bottom right here, it says contact data. Now we have access to everything within the sheet. So let's head back over to N8N, and we want to map each column manually. Select column to match on, email, and we're just going to add in like a random one. There we go. This is our email right here, and this is the name of the product. Let's go ahead and click on test step. All right, we'll head back over here, and look at that. Subliminal message, please subscribe. So perfect, looks like it worked, and let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So we'll exit out of here. And let's go to Google Docs. So this is going to be pretty much the exact same process. So let's go back into our Google Cloud Console. We're going to type in Google Docs, enter. As you can see, we get the Google Docs API. Click on that, and we'll enable it. It's going to take a minute to load, but no worries. We'll head back into OAuth consent. Let's click on Edit App, scroll down, save and continue, add or remove scopes. So we type in Google Docs API, and we want to be able to see, edit, create. So auth/documents, auth/documents read only. And then let's go ahead and add that. It's really up to you, like I said, but I'm just kind of going for all of them. And see and download all your Google Drives. There we go. So we got these 4 right here, and then we're going to click update. So then head over to credentials. We'll click on Web Client 1, and we have our client ID right here. So copy that. Head back into Google Docs, and we need to create a new credential. So that's our OAuth redirect. It's going to be the same as the original one. This is our client ID. Paste that in. Let's get our client secret. Head back in here, and let's delete what's in there and paste in the client secret and click sign in with Google. Credential has successfully been created. Let's click on here. Continue. Same thing as last time. Select all. Continue. And we are connected. Window can be closed. Perfect. Let's exit out of here. And now it's going to ask us to get the doc ID or the URL. So we're going to do the exact same thing as last time. Let's head back into here. And here is our document ID right up here. These weird looking numbers right before edit and right after D. Copy that. Head back in here. Paste that bad boy in. Let's exit. And here's the Google Sheet I have right now. And let's go ahead and see this thing in action. So we're going to click test step. Head over to the document, and look, yet another subliminal message to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know who put that there. So we're back in N8N, and we're going to go to Google Calendar. So let's click on this, and it wants us to create a new credential once again. So you guys know the drill. Let's go ahead and head back into our Google Cloud Console. We'll put in the Google Calendar API, click search, and go on here. Enable. Sweet. And you guys know the drill. OAuth consent. Edit app, save and continue, add or remove scopes, and we'll do Google Calendar API. And before we click on any rows, just remember sometimes it'll have more than like 10. So this one has 17. So don't forget to go ahead and go down there and adjust it. So let's see which ones we need. Auth/calendar, calendar.app.created. This one right here. This one. Especially this one, because that's letting us view and edit events on all our calendars. We'll go with this one because eventually you can start building bots that are actually able to see the availability. So don't forget that if you're into chatbots. We'll do this one, this one, this one, that one, and my availability. And let's click update. So we've got all of our scopes down here, and let's click save and continue. Now let's go ahead and head back over to credentials. We'll click on Web Client 1. We'll find our client ID right over here. Once again, copy that one, paste that in, copy this one right here, delete that, and paste in our secret. So one thing I want to mention really quick before we move on is don't share these. Keep these private to you. You don't need anyone messing around with your stuff. So let's click sign in with Google. Real Alex Karras, continue, select all, continue, and we're connected. Window can be closed. Perfect. And as you guys can see, we can now add different events, and we can even select any type of calendar. So I'm just going to do my standard one. We'll put it to the state right here. And let's see. There's also tons of fields you can add. So if you wanted to add different people or let others modify it, you can absolutely do that. You can do like repeat options. You can have send updates. So tons of stuff for you guys to play around with, but I'm going to keep it basic for right now. And we're going to have a description. So let's head back into my calendar. And as you can see right here, it says appointments with Alex. So if you go to my website, karrasthecreator.com, you can schedule an appointment with me. It doesn't matter if you're looking to pitch an idea or maybe you just want to ask me some questions. I'm more than happy to meet with you guys. So check that out. I'll include a link. But anyway, as you can see, that's all we got. So let's head back into N8N. And don't forget, guys, there's a lot of different operations you can do. You can create an event, you can delete one, you can also update things as well. So let's go ahead and scroll down here. One thing I also want to add is that the summary is the actual title of the event. So let's click on test step. We'll head into Google Calendar. And look, book a call with me. So looks like that one updated as well. Perfect. So let's head back into N8N. And now we're going to do Gmail. So let's dive back into here. We got to create a new credential. I really hope at this point you guys know the drill. First things first, let's type in Gmail. We get our API, and we'll have it enabled. We head back to OAuth consent screen. Let's click Edit App. All the way down here, add or remove scopes, Gmail. So we'll do this one right here, .modify, this one, why not? And don't forget, there's about 15 of these that you can add. So I'm sorry, 14. We also want to do gmail.send. That's a really important one. And it's really up to you. Like I said earlier, it's up to the project you're doing, but these ones are good enough for me right now. So I'll click on update. We'll scroll down, save and continue. So now we'll go over to credentials. We'll click on web client 1. Here's a client ID. Copy that. Paste that in here. We'll copy the client secret. Go back up here. Paste it in, sign in with Google. All right, so same drill as last time. Yeah, we know. Select all, continue. We're connected, window can be closed, perfect. Let's go ahead and send myself an email. .com. All right, so we got our subject and we have our message. Keep in mind when you work in N8N, if you want your email to be properly formatted, click on expression and you'll have to use a little bit of HTML code, but just type it in ChatGPT and you should be good to go. So we also have different options. So as you can see, we can add attachments, sender names and replies, all this other stuff. But for right now, we're good. So let's click on test step and head into my inbox. Hey, what do you know? Someone downloaded my crypto alarm bot. Cool. And there we go. I loaded in. So thanks for watching. You guys for real are the goats. Perfect. So it looks like we have our Gmail one up and running. So let's exit out of that. And as promised, I have one more automation for you guys. So this one's a lot of fun. Let's scroll down and we have a Google Drive trigger as well as YouTube. So what can we do with this? Well, I'm about to show you. So we'll head back to our Google Cloud. Let's go to the YouTube API. Over here, enable that. And now we want to do Google Drive as well. Click this right here. Enable that. And let's head into the OAuth consent screen. Edit app. Save and continue. Add or remove scopes. First up, we'll do YouTube. We want it to be able to view, manage, see and edit. For what we're trying to do, the biggest one we want is YouTube.upload. So that lets us manage all of our YouTube videos. So let's go ahead and click on update, but we're not quite done yet. We also want to get Google Drive. We'll do .read only. We'll do drive metadata. We'll do drive photos and drive.install. So let's scroll down and click on update and save and continue. Head back in here, credentials, web client 1, same as always. Copy that. Now we're going to head back into N8N. We'll click on this. We're going to go ahead and create a new credential. Paste that in here. Go back. Copy this. Delete this and paste. Sign in with Google. Alrighty, let's keep going. Connected, window can be closed. So now that we have our Google account connected, there's a few more things we have to do. So first of all, let's go ahead and fetch the test event. And we want to have the trigger activate on changes to a specific file. And for this one, I'm just going to go with something I already have loaded in. So I'll click on that. I'm going to do this one right here as a quick little upload. And then we're going to go ahead and fetch the test event again. And as you can see, it's all right here. Now, the next thing we have to do is add another Google Drive node. So let's go ahead and do download the file. So we'll do file, download, and then from the list, let's go ahead and just do this one right here. So in theory, you can have this trigger get activated whenever you upload a file or change something, and then it's going to download over in this node. So let's test this. And there we go. Let's go ahead and click view. All right, so we can't really see, but that is me right there. And now the last one. Let's go ahead and add in YouTube. So we'll do upload. And we want to do video, operation upload. We'll add ourselves in a little title right there. And I'm working from the United States, so that's my region code. I'll edit that. Category name. I don't really know what I am. Am I science, technology, education? Well, I don't know. You guys tell me. And then for the input binary field, just leave it with data. So that's that right there. So we'll add in our description, and then we can set the privacy status as well. I'm going to go with private. Now, before we go ahead and click upload, there's one very important step you have to do. This one took me a minute to figure out, but for whatever service you're using to host N8N, and in my case, I'm using Render, you have to give it additional permissions. So I had the key N8N default binary data mode, and then the value file system. I kept getting an error 400 every time and I couldn't figure it out, but it turns out I just had to grant it extra permissions within render.com. Okay, so do not forget that. If you get these errors, that's what's happening.
But wait, there's more.
You got to go to your account security. It's going to say that we have some third-party connections that are a little sketchy, but no worries. So this is just our N8N test configurations. It's me. No one's going to hack this. We're going to dismiss this alert. Click on I know and trust this app's developer. That way we're not going to have a bunch of like weird security protocols through YouTube and stuff when we try to upload this. We head back into N8N. Let's go ahead and test this step. Okay. And there we go. It uploaded to YouTube. So let's go in here. And there it is. It's uploading. That was the test one I went ahead and tried, but yeah, looks like it's working. And as you guys can see, I've got it uploaded and rendered. But that is all I have for you guys today, and get ready for my outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this is something that's able to help you out. And if you have any questions, just feel free to shoot me over an email, leave a comment, or book a meeting with me on my website. In addition, I've got tons of free automations and different tools for you available on my Gumroad. And if you're interested, I started a school community with all my most advanced automations in there. And I'm currently creating a backlog for both sales and marketing, as well as data scraping automation. So if that's something that you're interested in, I've also included a link in the description. If you did enjoy this video though, don't forget to leave a like and comment. And if you're interested in more N8N automations, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.